Music matters. Mr. James Mantis.
What up?
Starting the podcast with Jake on the mic is so tough.
Why?
You just let him sit there as long as possible.
I was gonna say he's gonna be there all night.
You just keep putting him up. That's so fire.
He's like, have you seen the episode of Family Guy where like Joe's legs that keep coming up in the beer?
No.
It's like keeps pushing it down.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
They're like all floating in this giant beer tin.
Okay.
And like Joe's legs keep coming up, and so he keeps pushing them down. It's like that. It's gonna fall down, and he's gonna put it back up.
That is the most Family Guy shit.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
That guy who just walked out of here, Mateo, he swears by Family Guy being one of the greatest shows of all time.
I fuck with Family Guy.
I kind of agree.
I like the older seasons.
Yeah.
But I think I like fucking South Park. South Park's hilarious, bro.
Dude. South Park's one of those things where like every single episode I've seen I love.
Yeah.
And then I've never got to a place where like I've binged it though. I'm not good at binging. Like I'm really bad at like I don't think I have the attention span for it. Like I'm really bad at sitting down and being like, okay, I'm gonna watch like 3 seasons of this show.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a fucking binger, so.
Are you a show guy or a movie guy?
Shows, I think, but I do like a good movie. I'm trying to see Longlegs this weekend.
Oh, my girlfriend just saw it. She was raving about it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Yeah.
I can't do the horror movies, bro. I'm such a bitch. I get so scared.
I think it's more. I don't know. I think it's. I've heard it's like a detective type shit, but I think it does get scarier there, like towards like. I don't know. We'll see.
Have you seen Prisoners?
Damn, that sounds familiar.
That's the craziest detective movie I've ever seen.
Have you seen Prison Break?
No.
It's cute.
Mario, have you seen Prison Break?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Michael Schofield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Schofield?
Shout out Michael Schofield.
Shout out Mrs. Schofield. I had a biology teacher named Mrs. Schofield. She was a legend. But how are you, bro? EP's been out for what, like about a week, right? 2 weeks now?
Yeah. It came out 31st, so yeah, it's been out for almost 3 weeks now.
How you been feeling about the reception so far? Do you get like when you're dropping stuff? Do you get more nervous or excited? Like what are usually the emotions?
I don't know. I feel like I'm usually like nervous before I drop a song, like especially like the hours leading up to it, and then like once it drops, like oh okay cool, it's out. You know, people can hear it now.
Yeah.
Because it's like it lives on your phone as like a fucking file, and you're just showing people for months beforehand. And it's just like now when it's finally out, it's just like I don't know. It feels like a nice. It's like, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I've so we started doing the artist development stuff over the past like year, and we've been helping some artists roll their projects out and doing like all the visual world building and stuff around it. And for a long time, like I never really understood that feeling of like having a song that you loved so instantly, and you still love it, right? If you love a song, you love a song, but it's like that process of making something to one song for so fucking long that when like you just get to putting it out, it's almost like the last thing you want to do is like promote it more, you know?
Man. I think I don't know, as like the music career shit has been going on, this is kind of like when I first used to put out songs, I'd be like scared. It's like I'd be like, oh, like I already promoted it for the first week, I'm not gonna promote it anymore. But like now I'm just like it's like, bro, like I'm gonna promote that shit fucking forever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like that's just like a part of me, you know.
Do you ever feel like over promoting? Like do you think that's a thing? I always wonder like is the move just to all hell, just throw everything at the wall and kind of just like fuck whatever people think, or is it more so like let me be more calculated with it? What is your kind of mindset?
I think it's kind of both. I can there's a like you could I don't know. I feel like it's definitely you could put it out. You could put it in front of people's faces too much, just like that, and it could be kind of a little crazy. But I think there's like a fine line between like over promoting and then like doing it calculated, where like like maybe every few days do it, but then like not like every fucking like few hours on every single day just posting. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know. I'm still finding like my balance with that. With, like how I feel comfortable promoting my shit and like just like throwing shit at the wall and see whatever sticks.
It's got to be such a difficult thing because it's like when you really first off like a song, but let alone like a whole project, when you have something that you love that much and you've poured so much of your soul into it, I would imagine the last thing you want to do is like taint it with just some promotion that you're not proud of, know?
Man.
But it's so complicated because you can't just throw it. Like the days where you can just throw music up and be like, yo, just drop this shit, give it a listen. That's like gone.
Yeah,
you know?
man. Like remember like the days like on SoundCloud where people just like post a fucking song is like you won't hear from them ever again.
Yeah.
Post a song and just blow up and it's like that's it.
Yeah.
They don't have to like fucking do a TikTok video and like post like 3 times a freaking week.
Yeah.
Them, like in front of the camera, like, oh, this is a song of the summer. Or like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. I feel like I miss those days, stuff like that. But you know, times are changing. And it's just like, fuck, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, one like core value that I hold very, very dearly is like the notion that musicians should not be required to be filmmakers, but it's so weird that we're in an industry for the first time they are.
Yeah.
And it's like most of the time too, it's like not only are you an artist, but you're also a producer and an engineer, and then, you know, you have to be like a social media manager and you have to be like a marketing agent. You know, balancing all those worlds can be like so hard.
Yeah, it could be fucking insane, man. And like yeah, me and my manager talk about it all the time. It's just like, yo, if you want to see any like, you know, growth and like stability with your business and stuff like that, you have to be able to like get in front of the camera and like post and like do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And not be like scared to like, you know, see whatever sticks, you know, to the audience or like that. But it's like, I don't know. I'm still finding like my balance and shit.
Yeah.
That stuff.
And it's hard because that's so valid too, but it's just not what the fucked up part is, like, it's not what you signed up for.
Yeah, bro.
You know,
I just want to just make the music, put it out, and like whoever fucks with it. You know? Like,
yeah,
man.
It's weird that we're in this state where it's like social media is kind of like so intertwined with music, where it's like dropping music sometimes can be like dropping an Instagram post.
No, yeah,
you know?
Bro. It's weird, man. It's like now you have to post on everything.
Yeah.
To like reach people, and it's just fucking insane.
Is that different from when you first started? So how long have you been in it, and how have you kind of seen the industry change as you progressed musically, and what are the changes you don't like, and what are the kind of stuff that you've learned to love?
I think the changes what I've noticed, especially like starting out, like it was in the SoundCloud days and shit like that, where like you just post a song and like you don't have to like post some like videos or short form content and shit like that.
Yeah,
I think that's like probably like the biggest change. Cause I think I started making music seriously like 2017 was like my first band, like from Corona.
Okay.
And like, yeah, that was like the whole entire like SoundCloud era and shit like that. I think that was like kind of before Spotify for me, I think. And then yeah, we would just post it and like just send it to our friends, like text our friends, and then like that would be it, and like do a show, and then like whoever fucked with it, and like if you didn't fuck with it, it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like now it's just like what we were talking about. It's like you have to like attack it from every possible angle, to like, you know, like just to like get it in front of people. Yeah. And like what you're talking about with like over posting and shit like that could come into play where like you just like find yourself just like over posting and shit like that. But then like you just have to, I don't know, I feel like you kind of have to just like learn to like, you know,
I think so much of it all
the balance with that shit.
Yeah. I think so much of
it's a weird just like it's a weird thing, man.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, it's a weird thing.
It's super bizarre.
I do definitely like it. I do like how it was like back in the day, you know, where like you just post one thing and you'd be good, you know. But yeah, now it's just like a ongoing thing, you know.
I think so much of it too is like finding what works for not only just like you, but also like the audience and like your kind of music, and like that exchange between yourself and your audience. And like what's hard too, and I talk about this a lot, but I hate when people act like they have this shit figured out. Yeah, like, man. I really, really hate when people act like the music industry, or even promoting your music in general, is like a one-size-fits-all thing. Because it's not. It's so ultra-specific and tailored to what you're making, you know? I
feel like the music industry is just such like a giant shit show of like no one knowing where it's going to go. Yeah. You know, it's just like everyone's just kind of like grasping for something, but it's just kind of like shit's always fucking morphing and changing. Yeah. Like all around you, like every fucking like second, you know? It's bizarre, bro. It's fucking insane, bro. It's super insane. Like, everyone's like everyone's attention span is like so fucking short nowadays. You know. Yeah. You get to like grab someone's attention within like, for example, like TikTok, like the first like 3 to 5 seconds, or else it's gonna be like fucking lost in the ether or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's just, I don't know, man.
And then the question becomes like, what game do you play? Right? Like, are you playing the let me catch the person in 2 seconds game, or are you playing like let me put a week into one TikTok and make it the most artful high concept thing ever? Yeah. Or are you playing like the fuck TikTok game and let me just go music video route, dude? It's so complicated.
It's pretty
just
complicated,
not one way to do it.
It's nuts, man.
I know your music videos are super, like there is. I'm really the song just gave me. I'm so sorry, but there's one music video that you did that I saw a good bit ago. That's so insane. It's the really high concept one.
My face didn't mean to say that. Yeah, that one's fucking insane. No, yeah, that one's fucking crazy, yo. My homie Mishka directed that one. He is fucking a lunatic, like just insanely fucking meticulous with like what he wants and like how he wants everything to look.
That's so cool.
And I remember like we were talking about it, like he just came over one night, we were talking about it, and I was like, oh, like how would it, like it would be cool if like when the chorus hits, like I just like fucking start floating and just goes into like this whole other fucking world. He's like bet.
Yeah. He's like all right,
he's like all right. He's like yo, honestly, like he's like, honestly, I don't even know how to do that, but I'm gonna fucking figure it out. And he literally fucking figured it out. I was like, bro, what the fuck? And
like not like figured it out at like a novice level, like figured it out like super well.
Like he sent the deck, and he's like, all right, I got the whole team here. I got our video effects guy. I got like, you know, like everything was like so perfectly placed. When I arrived to the set that day, it was like I thought it was gonna be like maybe like 5 of us, and it was like fucking like 20 of us. And I was like, dude, I was like, bro, I never felt like this. Like I don't know, like. It's just like a lot of pressure, I feel like, when it's like, but yeah, I've never been like on like a set when it's a music video like for me where it's just like that many people, and I was kind of like, it kind of took me a while to like get like accustomed to it. Like for the first few hours I was kind of like in my shell a little bit, but then like as the day went on I was like, fuck it, like this is fucking fun as fuck. Yeah. Like we got to like use the beach, like the Coast Guard, like the officer there was like super cool. Like he's like he let us stay there until like we were there until like 12 a.m.
And he just didn't care.
Yeah,
that's so
like
sick.
we were there, like everyone left the beach, and like we towards like I don't know if you remember the part in the music video where like it's like the caves and shit. Yeah, bro, like we went down to those caves and it was like fucking 10, I think it was like 10 p.m. We stayed there until like 12 a.m.
Oh, I think
we got out there like 12:30 or something like that. But it was like, thank God for that officer like being super cool. Because he could have easily been like,
he could have been dick.
Like, you guys have no permits, or why you guys can't even film here? You know what I'm saying? But like, he's like, no, fuck you guys are good. As long as you guys don't bug people, you guys are good. So
that's so cool. Yeah, bro. On the note of that director, I think it's those kinds of creative souls. When you meet them, it's so difficult to know how to like. It's almost hard to like know how to handle it.
Yeah.
Because like, there's some folks that I've certainly met that are just like, and it's there's pros and cons, but it's like. There's some folks I've met who are certainly so creative and so specifically like laser focused on one vision that like it can cloud other things, but also at the same time, bro, sometimes you just gotta learn to like take a step back and let them do their thing, because it's like I think that is a really, really, really key thing in today's music industry. It's like learning to trust people, and then learning to like figure out what you are the best at and what you're not good at, and then surrounding yourself with people that can kind of fill in those blanks, and then like allowing them to do their thing and not stepping in their way. Sometimes stepping out of the way is the best thing you can do.
No, agreed, man. I let him just do his thing that day, and like it came out fucking. That's literally the best music video I've ever done. Yeah, like for sure. Like that music video is fucking. It's insane. Insane.
Yeah.
Like, but
you said on that set there being so many people and stuff there, and that was kind of like a shocking moment to you. Have you kind of like, as you've found some more success and as you've grown musically, do you ever get a little bit of imposter syndrome in regards to like things you're able to do now and shows you're able to play and people you're able to meet, and just even having the capacity to have a gigantic set with a bunch of extras and people helping out and stuff? Like, does that ever get overwhelming? Yeah. Take the words out of my mouth.
Like when there's like too many people and shit.
Not even that, just more so like getting that concept of like, damn, like how did I get from my house in Corona to here?
Damn. Nah, I don't think so.
Sick. Okay.
Yeah. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I think, I feel like I deserve to like be where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I feel like me and my partner Christian, he's not here today, but obviously, but yeah, he's like, we've been doing shit for a minute, and like we know, like we're true to ourselves. We know we fucking make good fucking music. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we definitely deserve to be where we're at right now for sure.
Did you and Christian come up at the same time in Corona? So you said you kind of came from the band world?
No, yeah. So
I didn't know that.
So Christian has his own band. It's called Private Island.
Sick.
Super fucking sick band. Everyone that's watching this should definitely check out their band, because
shout out to Private Island.
They're one of the first like bands that I found that I really fucking actually fuck with, and the whole entire story was like my old band needed a producer because we were trying to get our shit recorded. We had demos, and I would like literally like go on the SoundCloud credits and email their producer for like 3 months and like not getting responses. So I found his number and started calling him. And I remember one day he's answered. He's like, who is this? And I was like,
that's sick.
I was like, yo, like, you don't know me, but like I found your shit through Private Island, and like, yo, like I need to work with you. And then like, fucking thank God he liked our demos. And then literally like we started recording with him, and that's how I met Christian. And you know, I was like a huge fan of like their projects. And so like, it's just crazy how all that shit worked out to like, from like all that shit happening then to like where we are now to where like it's like my fucking best friend, and like now like that's my partner, like this whole entire music journey, you know. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah. And
all it took was like me pestering like this one person, you know, to like to fucking take a chance on like these dudes from like the IE and like fucking, you know, fuck with us. You know?
That's so cool though, bro. Because it's like those are the moments too where like it's so funny to look back at them like years later, right? Because it's like those are the moments where like you never knew that like that would be that person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was actually thinking about this today because there's I have a really close friend named Mayune Suki. He's an incredible like hyper pop and funk musician. He's a great guy. But he might like move in with us soon. So anyway, so I was thinking about that earlier, and I was like, damn, bro, the way I met this guy like a year and a half ago, so crazy to where like he's one of my closest friends now, and like I was you know like he might move in with us, and I was like, how did you get from that place to that place? It's like the human brain is not meant to like fill in the blanks that way. Like how I met this dude was like he watched the podcast and he emailed me one time, and he literally sent me a email that's probably 7,000 characters, and he literally just told me his entire life story, like the whole thing. And then I read that, like I was driving from here to the back of the Bay Area, and I like pulled over to a gas station. I was like, oh, like I got an email. I was filling up, and I read the first couple lines. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I just kept reading. Read the whole thing. Took me like 20 minutes because it was so long. And then the way he ended it was why I emailed him back. He ended it with passing the blunt to you, comma 818 Suki.
That's fucking sick.
Like, that is so hard. But yeah, it's just like
with that.
But it was just so like silly, and it was just like thinking back at the now is so wild because that's like one of my best friends now. You know, it's so crazy how people become people you didn't think they could. You know?
No, yeah, for real, bro. It's crazy how shit works out, man. But yeah, I feel like I'm very, very blessed, and I feel like coming back to what you were saying earlier, like I feel like definitely deserve, you know, where we're at right now, for sure.
Hell yeah, dude, for sure. How long have you like? Well, we'll get to that. I guess first I'd ask you, outside of Christian, like, have there been any like very, very key connections that you've made musically? People that have kind of like changed your worldview on stuff, or changed the way you look at music, or even just like played a gigantic or pivotal role in your kind of your come up?
I think honestly, I think it's only been Christian.
Cool.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I like when I met him, the bands that I was in, we were like doing reggae music, and I was playing bass in that band. And I think, I don't know, I wanted to do something different, and Christian always like me and Christian would always talk about it, and he always like, dude, send me your demos, send me your fucking demos. And I remember one day I sent him a few. I think I sent him like 4 or something like that. He's like, bro, like fuck yeah, finally, like let's start fucking bringing this shit to life. You know what I'm saying? And that's how like Pockets, my first song, and that's how Circles, all that shit came about. And it's like, I think for me, I think it's probably only been him that kind of like really shifted like the way I think and the way I perceive music and shit like that. I feel like we understand each other's like music tastes, and like I don't know, I feel like we bounce very like well off, like our ideas bounce really well off each other when we're working together and shit like that. And like he definitely understands like certain corners of my brain and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And, like, how I want things to sound and shit like that, and like vice versa.
Dude, it's so interesting too how like sometimes the best collaborators are not the people who you like agree with every musical decision with, and in fact I think sometimes the best collaborators are the opposite of that. I think like, you know, that's true in music, that's true in almost every art form. I think like a lot of the times the best collaborators are the people who it's like, no, they challenge your ideas.
They challenge it.
But I think you gotta like put your ego aside to even like accept that at a certain point. And dude, that I think is like that sets people apart. I think is when you can put your ego aside and accept like, damn, like if I can like find the people that balance out my exact creative vision in the exact way that, you know, we should when they're putting their part in and I'm putting my part in. It's like that perfect musical harmony changes everything.
No, 100%, bro. I feel that.
Yeah, super sick. Yeah, so man, that's so interesting. You said you were playing bass in like a reggae band. Listen to your music now. I don't think I catch that because so much of it is so electronic based and so like gigantically produced. And we'll get to the new project, but specifically the new 3 songs are just like so like produced and huge sounding and like incredible. But coming from that background, kind of like a bass, a rhythm section background, and playing things like reggae from the IE and stuff. Do you still approach music from like a more instrumental focused spot, or are you kind of sitting behind a DAW and working on the production most? Like when you're starting a track now, where do you usually begin? And
I think we usually just begin behind a DAW and like start with like drums or with guitar or keys. But funny you mentioned that. Me and Christian have been talking about it for the album. Like we've been starting to play, like picking up our instruments again. Well, Christian plays, anyway, so he plays all the time. But it's like for me, like, I'm picking it back up and like trying to get my chops back up and shit like that. But like for the album, the new album that we've been working on, we just been starting that shit from scratch and just like jamming. So he'll hop on like drums and I'll hop on bass and like we'll find it from there and like make like the A section, the B section, or like whatever sections we need to make. And then bring that over to the DAW, and then like have like a skeleton or foundation before, versus like us just going in blindly and be like, okay, let's just like play something and then like kind of form it from there. But yeah, I mean like I feel like reggae is a part of my shit just because like I'm Jamaican and like my whole family's Jamaican, so it's like literally just like I grew up on that shit so much.
Who are like some of your favorite reggae artists?
I like Dennis Brown, Shabba Ranks.
Sick. You gotta put me on, bro. Send me some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Sister Nancy, but she's like fucking. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you know some Sister Nancy songs for sure. Yeah. There's more. There's a lot more. But I feel like there's some deep cuts, but I have to look at my phone, like actually get the names.
I feel you.
But like, I don't know. It's one of those things where like, I grew up on it and shit like that, and like. Sometimes I don't know the artist's name, but like when I hear that shit, it's like, bro, I was like, I remember when I was like little in Jamaica, like hearing that shit. I'm like, oh, I know this song, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? But
did you grow up in America or Jamaica?
No, I grew up here.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I was born in Upland, and then I grew up in Corona like my whole life.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But your family's from Jamaica?
Yeah. My mom and dad are from Jamaica.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a really, really big music culture in Jamaica, right? Like, do they come from music at all?
Yeah. I mean, I don't, they don't play music, sorry, but like their cousins do.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like my dad's cousin's like a really fucking, like really, really good musician and like professor too, like, for music and shit like that too.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, yeah, man. Yeah, bro, fucking reggae.
Was there a big, was there a big scene for that out in Corona?
Yeah, I feel like in Corona, bro, it's like more like, I don't know, man. It's like, it's reggae shit, but it's not like, it's like ska reggae / like
gotcha.
Broy reggae. It's like reggae that I don't fuck with type shit.
Yeah.
So like, I was playing that band, and like there's songs I fucked with, but I'm like, I've always wanted to.
Oh shit. Do you wanna? That one's good, right?
I mean, it's still going.
Do you wanna?
It's like the pause. Is like.
Do you just want to clear that real quick and then? Because I think there's just 2 other podcasts on there. You can just leave that. Okay. Is that cool? Do real quick? Should be. Do you want to throw it on your laptop just so it doesn't fuck anything up my computer?
Offload onto my laptop?
No, just put it in there and then just delete the files. Okay. Thanks, bro. Cool. But this one's good, so we're gonna keep going.
For like 5 minutes.
Okay, sick. Sounds good. Let's get it. All right, cool.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh yeah.
Thank you, Mario.
It was just like, I don't know, like the reggae that we were playing, it wasn't like, I don't know, I didn't want to do, I've always wanted to do some very, very experimental, this indie shit, like some shit that like, I don't know, like, I feel like my brain's always fucking like, I don't know, just like working like 1,000 miles a fucking minute.
Yeah.
It's just fucking, I don't know, it's always just going crazy, bro. I always want to like just do something fucking insane when it comes to like the sound of like how I want like the James Mantis shit to sound.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why everything sounds fucking so crazy, and that's why everything sounds like
huge. Yeah.
Yeah, they all like, the songs all sound fucking huge, and like they're all like different. You know, like they're all like kind of different. You know, and that's why for this upcoming album that we're working on, like we want to make everything like cohesive. And so that's why we're starting back on like this, like starting with like playing drums and like playing bass and shit like that. You know? Like, starting in the most raw element of the shit, you know, and then bringing it to the doll, and then bringing it to Jack, and be like, you know.
I feel like that's the definition of like limitation breeds creativity.
Yeah.
It's like, cause the thing is, right? It's like you can do anything on an instrument, right? Of course, but it's like when you're in a DAW, so much of it is so much more readily available.
Yeah, it's like instantly there. Sometimes it can be like, holy fuck, dude, like where the fuck do I even go? There's so many options. I don't even know what the fuck to do right now.
There's 1,000 plugins loaded in my DAW right now.
But then when you start with just like
your hands and a bass,
like, yeah, you just, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It is kind of like, it's simpler, but like you could just, I don't know. I feel like the vision's clearer sometimes when you just start raw like that.
The new project that you're talking about, the album that you're working on, is it because coming off of the EP you just released, all 3 of the songs on the project, incredible by the way, so good.
Thank you, man.
Of course, yeah. But like you said, just huge. Like the production, especially I think Silence was the one that really stuck out to me. It was like, dude, like, just such a strong single first off, but then also just like in the context of the album and it's sounding as big as it does and so produced, and it's such like a moment. It's so big. As you move into the album, are you kind of combining some of that production with some of the more instrumental roots, or are you going more instrumental stripped back situation? Are you kind of combining the two?
I think the album's still gonna be pretty big. It's gonna be a lot of like heavy, crunchy guitars, but I think it's gonna be. I think I'm trying to like, I want to experiment more like more singing, and not like rapping. I think I want to do I want to do more singing on this album, and yeah, the songs we have so far, like they're more like they're like pretty dreamy. It's like it's like some dreamy, just like nice driving rock shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like super like good melodies, and I think that's why I'm taking my time on too with this one. Like we're like, it's like, okay, we have the beat there, we have the music there. It's like, let's just take our times with the melodies now, and like kind of like just figure out like, you know, like the first melody you come up with might not be the first, like might not be the best one, you know. It's just like keep fucking trying, keep throwing shit, and just keep, you know what I'm saying, see whatever is like the best one. But yeah, I think for this project I want it to be like more just melodically, just like there's like strong melodies, and like not so much, I want the music to be fucking super fucking sick too, obviously. But it's like, yeah, I want to focus more on like just having like a strong, just like melodies, and more like stronger lyrics, just like that too, you know. I'm
biased here, but I always point out how much like I think that is the thing that I'm attracted to musically the most, is like an incredibly strong melody. Be it like a verse melody or a chorus melody. I was showing Mario this snippet that our friend Noah Flores posted earlier, and I was telling him, I was like, this video has like a lot less traction than a lot of his other ones, but I was so connected, just like this very specific melody that he was singing in the chorus. And it's so weird to try to find too, like the musical elements that not only you are attracted to, but the ones that you think people who are listening to you are attracted to, you know?
Yeah, man,
But it's such like a wild ride trying to figure out like what sticks the most for you. Do you think like as you move into this album, is it all, or I guess not all, but you said the majority of it's melodically focused. What do you think like the second element is? Just like lyrically, you were saying?
Yeah. I think I want like the lyrics to be, I want it to be, well, secondly, I just want everything to be like more cohesive.
Sick.
Like I want it to all blend and all sound like it's just like one unison project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in the past, like my music has been like, well, I mean, Mames definitely flows together.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. I think so. But I think before that, like stuff on my previous like works were like all different songs kind of like put together. So like I think this one, I just want to like take my time and like fucking really make it the best possible product that I can fucking produce out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm not surprised that the cohesion is something that you're working towards a lot, because you to me have always been like a very, I guess, projects driven artist, where like
the last like EPs and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, we'll just being like a project.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, just like kind of being a projects artist. As you move into like this body of work, opposed to like, you know, the past EPs, what do you think are the biggest lessons that you've learned as you move into it? Because correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like you're always thinking in terms of like making a project together. When you reference the cohesion on this one, in the past ones, have you kind of just been more so throwing songs together that you like, or have you been going for more of a concept?
I think it was more so just throwing songs together that I fucked with and that I think that would sound good together. But I kind of want to do the album where it's like they're all like being made in like the same room, like all like being made like at the same like time period. You know what I'm saying? Because like some of those songs were like, okay, like we'll make a song this month, then like 3 months later we make another song, and like, okay, well that fits there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like we do something straight for like 4 or 5 months, and it's like have everything straight like that. I feel like it will blend a bit better, and I feel like I feel like that would like relate more to like that time period of like where my mind's at, and like I feel like that will like translate well to like someone listening to it, you know, like they'll like hear that time period of like, it's like, oh, this is where this person was at. And
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I hear it. You know, it sounds like everything's flowing together.
Yeah.
Nice, you know what I'm saying?
As a listener, I think that's why I love albums so much, bro.
Yeah,
It's because like and I mean, I guess songs can be like this to a degree, but I think albums participate in this way a bit better, where like they really are like a whole encapsulation of somebody's life at a certain period of time. I think the one I always point to that's a very, very, I mean, I'm biased because again, I love this record, but I think Bon Iver's From Forever Ago, his first record, is very much like a snapshot of a man in Wisconsin in a cabin at a very specific period in his life. So it's like things like that, or even artists that go to certain places to make albums. That feels like a bit of a dying art, you know?
Yeah. Have you heard Toro's Sandhills?
Tori Moore?
Yeah, Tori Moore Sandhills. It's like a little like, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's like oh, like went back to South Carolina doing what I want. And it sounds like when you hear it, it's like, oh, like it sounds like he's there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like oh, like it's like I drove past the water tower. Or like oh, like the air is clean as can be. It's like shit like that where it's like when you hear it, it's like oh, like okay, I mean I could vision like I could see a vision of like it takes you to that place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it just all sounds like unison and shit like that. So like that's I just want like the album to feel like it flows, and like I want to have like those little interludes. I want to have like those songs that like blend into other songs. You know what I'm saying? Like where everything just like perfectly fits together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First verse is like the last like few EPs I put out where it's just like besides Memes, like the ones before that where it's kind of like it'll be like a rock song and it'll be like a dream like indie pop song, and it'll be like a rap song. You know what I'm saying? So like. Just want it all to be like kind of straightforward.
It's the coolest shit ever, I think, when like an album or an EP sounds like a place.
Yeah,
you know, like when it sounds like either the place the artist is from or the place they made it.
Yeah,
it's like it is the act of like bringing you to that place is such an art, and it really is like the like that is the most true version of storytelling. I feel like it's
sure,
like
bro.
bringing somebody to that place. Like Memes, the whole project feels so. It's just so larger than life. Like it almost feels like you're like in this like dreamscape.
Memes feels like I'm like literally outside my fucking body, like fucking just floating.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like Memes sounds fucking crazy as hell.
Why did you were you in a certain period of your life / your career when you made those 3 songs, and why did you choose to bundle those together?
I think those songs, Silence was early on. And Guava Juice was made at the same time as Silence. I think that was made last year. Last year, like towards the end of the year. And then Beside You, it's funny, Beside You, like we were done with a session. I think we were done recording Silence. And then we're like, dude, let's play a game of like fucking Against the Clock, which is like this thing where you just fucking make a beat in like 5 or 10 minutes. So I think that's all we had. I think Jack had to like go somewhere or something like that. Then we started Beside You and like literally fucking made that shit in like 10 minutes.
What?
Yeah, like literally fucking crazy as hell. Like we made like the fucking like obviously we added like more shit. We added like guitar and shit like that. Is there a mosquito on me?
Oh no.
No, yeah, we.
I was reading your shirt.
Oh yeah, we extra large.
I fully had an ADHD moment there, and you fully saw it.
Obviously we added more shit, but like it was like the main skeleton of that song was made in that like Russian roulette freaking Against the Clock like 10-minute, you know what I'm saying?
What a crazy way to make music.
No,
that's so
it's
cool.
Fucking crazy. Like we were fucking around and we're just like, dude, we can make a song like 10 minutes. All right, let's do it. And fucking did everything, damn near everything like there. But Guava Juice and Silence, I felt went really well together just off the bat because it sounded like the same time period. It just sounded great together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Beside You, I think Beside You fits really nice because it's like I usually don't really make slow songs, which is, you know what I'm saying? And like that was like a song where like it was like I'm talking about, you know, I'm just like talking about like sex. I'm talking about like, you know, like being attracted to a girl and like fucking, you know, like it's more of like an intimate song.
Yeah.
So like I've never like really done something like that. I feel like all my songs are like more like, na 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 na. It's like in your face and shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that was like the perfect middle song for that project, where like Guava Juice is like fucking crazy and it slows down a little bit. And it gets you, like, you know, gets you like kind of chilled out, and like, but also Beside You still has those like parts in it where it's fucking crazy.
It's like setting you up.
It sets you up for silence, and you get the silence. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like a crazy song to end on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like those songs flowed insanely fucking well together, and like lyrically, and just like I feel like being like I don't know. I feel like those lyrics, especially in sounds, are pretty vulnerable, and I feel like the same thing with Beside You too. And Guava Juice, low key.
Is that a hard place? Like, when you're writing from that place, does it really matter a lot, like who's in the room and who you're with and stuff? And has that been something you've got better at over the years, like learning to be more vulnerable in songs?
Yeah, I think those ones like my most vulnerable songs I've ever done.
Yeah.
If you like really listen to the lyrics, like, you know what I'm saying, like freaking Guava Juice is like literally about like, fucking anxiety.
Yeah.
And then it's like fucking when it hits the chorus, like tell me everything is fine. It's like, oh, I'm fucking tripping on Molly or something. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Beside You is intimate, and then like Silence is about like maybe being addicted to something, or like, you know what I'm saying? And then like it's just like there's, I don't know, those songs flowed super nice together in terms of like that, turn that aspect. And like writing wise, like those are the first songs where I actually like wrote on like in my journal.
Wow.
Like actually just wrote like this handwritten.
Yeah.
And then transferred over to my notes. Because I usually write notes.
Okay.
But like it felt nice just to write that shit. Like just write it out, you know what I'm saying? And then just like write it just on a piece of paper and just be like, oh, I feel like the lyrics flowed super nicely. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It felt a lot better than writing it just on a piece of paper versus like writing it on your iPhone.
I have a friend who always talks about how like your thoughts when they're in your brain are kind of just like mumbled up. Like it's almost like if they were on a piece of paper, right? Like one would be like, you know, like in the right corner, one would be in like the bottom left corner, one would be like in the middle. They're kind of like all over the place, right? They're like floating in this ether.
Yeah.
But when you write them down, I think physically, specifically, right?
Yeah.
They kind of give context.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's hard if you have like the thought that is like the middle of a complete thought, right? This is very abstract, but like if you wrote that down, it wouldn't make any sense. Or vice versa, I'm sorry. In your head, that wouldn't make any sense, right? But when you write that down, you realize there's not really a beginning or an end to it. And then you kind of begin to rationalize it.
Yeah.
There's something, I think, so powerful about, like, sitting down and just writing down exactly what you're
if
thinking.
you just, like, if you just, like, free write for, like, 10 minutes a day and just write about this whatever.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
They pick one topic and it's like, oh, I'm gonna write about this table. And then it's like, write everything about this table.
Yeah.
I feel like that definitely helped me, like, become a better songwriter. Of just like, you have to just sit down and fucking do it. You have to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna do it like every single day, put a timer on, and it's like start free, like writing about that wheel over there. You know what I'm saying? Like what like where did that wheel come from? Like what, you know, like what color is it? You know, it's just like shit like that. And I feel like that definitely helped me with like, I don't know, like kind of talking about. I think I started like putting like all five senses into like my writing, where it's like touch, taste, smell, and I started like using that to like fucking like,
interesting,
you know, like to kind of like, I don't know, but I feel like that definitely helped me though.
Yeah.
I think I read it somewhere in the book where it's like, oh, have you ever thought about like writing, but then like just like thinking about like, oh, like how is that beer can fucking feel, or like how is like this table like smell, or like, you know what I'm saying,
things
like
you've never considered,
things you never thought about. And it's like I feel like that definitely helped me out, especially with like the memes writing process, like 100% for sure. And I feel like everything like came pretty quickly. That shit, when I started thinking about it like that. Wow,
that's so interesting. I've never really heard of somebody think about music like that, but it is true. Like music is like, I had a conversation one time on the podcast that I think about a lot, where I was talking to my friend Kyla just about how you feel music and how we all feel music so differently. Like I feel music very physically. Like music is very much like a physical feeling for me. Like it's very hard for me to like be at a show that I'm super, super, super into and not have some kind of like physical reaction, like not dance. Like I think that's how I feel music, and I think some people feel it in very different ways. I think some people feel it in like a almost like a silence, you know?
Yeah.
And I think you can see that too, like how people react at concerts, you know, especially in the live setting, right? Like I don't know. For me, I don't know if you relate to this, but for me, when I'm like really, really into like an artist and I'm here and seeing them live, it's so hard for me not to like move or dance a little bit at least. You know?
I agree. I'm always fucking moving, bro. I'm always like, if I'm fucking with a song and I hear a song, I'm always fucking like moving or like dancing or something like that, or like just like screaming or singing or like, you know. But yeah, man, I totally relate with you on that one.
Tell me, Tell me about I was very curious to ask about this because Silence, again, not to harp on it too much, but I just think it's such a special track. The moment with the gigantic drop in the song, I was really curious when you were recording it and when you were producing that song out, where was the moment where that one came to life? Like, did you go into it where like, I want this to be this insane drop, or did it kind of come about while you were making it?
From what I remember, this is a little while ago. It was a totally different song.
Interesting.
Like
okay.
that part right there was like that guitar. It wasn't held out. It wasn't like it wasn't like dun 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 dun. It was like dun 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 dun.
Okay, yeah.
So it was like that over like a trap beat. Like it was that over a faster trap beat. And then like me and Jack and Christian like to do this thing where we very speed it down. So we like. If I don't have a melody at that time at like the speed the original BPM of the song, then we very speed it down, maybe like 20 BPMs or like 40 BPMs. So it's like now I'm singing it at a slower pace, like a different like vocal registry, and like I think from what I remember, we slowed it down and it sounded better like in the middle. It sounded better slowed down. So we took that. I think Jack like resampled that guitar into something else, and then like. He put it into like this crazy ass. Jack has these fucking crazy ass plugins, bro. I think he put that guitar, that running guitar, into something else, and it made it sound like it was like fucking this one, like a strung out chord, and it was like fucking insane. It almost made it sound like it was like I don't know. It made it sound fucking insane. And I remember Christian coming back to the room like, dude, what the fuck just happened?
It's such a moment.
Yeah, it was like fucking insane. And then like literally from then, like we were like, bro, like yeah, this is fucking it. Like this is. But like even I think Guava Juice was a different beat too. I think at that point we were like really fucking around with like a bunch of different shit and like slowing it down, speeding it up, and then I like a lot of those songs were like where it was playing around with different beats, and then like fucking it so happened to be because we slowed it down or sped it up that we're like, oh, we like the slow down version better, we like the faster version better. It's
like that one moment where you just try something and then it like, fully changes what you know your perception of the song.
Yeah, it's like literally everyone knew too. Like it's like, oh, like something sounds wrong about this song, and then we slow it down. Like everyone's like,
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's really it.
Damn, that lighting in a bottle feeling is so fucking cool,
it's
dude.
fucking insane, man.
Yeah, it's
so funny, bro. Yeah, it's like working with them is fucking hilarious, bro. Like we just get so hyped, we just fucking start dying laughing because we're just like, bro, this is fucking diabolically fucking insane. It's making the most insane shit possible right now, you know? Like, I remember we're in the studio and we're just like, bro, what the fuck are people gonna think about this shit? Like, this is fucking too hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's just literally too hard, bro. It's crazy, man.
No, I feel it. But, putting the EP out, so it sounds like you, Jack, and Christian, very, very collaborative process, which I think is super, super cool.
Yeah.
Putting the EP out independently and I guess doing a lot of your stuff independently, correct? Is that like a direction you want to remain in for the album and the past EPs? Why did you choose to do so independently? Is it just a world where you like working more?
We have a distro.
Okay, gotcha.
But actually right now we just got out, so now we're actually fully independent now.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to stay that way?
I think I want to find another partner.
Yeah.
For this album for sure. I definitely want to find another partner. Yeah.
Why do you think you want to do that opposed to just doing it fully independently?
I think, honestly, for me it's more of like I want to have like a budget to be able to kind of express the ideas that I want to like make with like the visual side of things.
Interesting.
And shit like that.
Okay.
And I feel like I want to like, you know, obviously I could have someone do it, but like I want to be like, I want to make sure like they're like, you know, they're compensating and like that. Like,
and do it right.
Like, you can do it, you know, like make sure like, you know, like everyone's good and shit like that. Or like I'm like, oh, like I only pay you like, I don't know, like so and so, and it's like kind of like, you know, I don't know. I just want to make sure. I want to be able to like kind of express everything in a comfortable way.
Yeah.
And be able to do that like financially fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where I'm not like fucking dying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know. I feel like whenever I happen to do music videos and shit like that, or like it's always kind of like, okay, like this is how much it costs. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, yeah, man. I feel like, honestly, I feel like that's probably like the main reason why. I think like just to be able just to have that like kind of like freedom to be like, okay, I can like get this person and like fucking be like, oh, I'm gonna tell them like, okay, I want it to look like this,
yeah,
and be fine.
And you don't have to feel bad about it.
And not feel bad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like that's honestly the main reason for me to be able to visually enhance the project.
Having that freedom is so valuable, bro, because I think it allows you to kind of think about just the creative. You don't have to focus on any of the logistic. You know, you can just like take a step back and be an artist.
Exactly, bro. I want to be able to like really like, especially with an album, it's only the first album, I want to be able to like really express that with like a few music videos and like, you know, some visualizers and like, you know, like just really like do it fucking the right way. Do it super fucking sick, you know? Because I know that the songs are already starting to sound fucking insane. So it's like, I feel like that's one of the only things I haven't like had in like my whole entire like James Mantis career, besides like the last music video. And my friend hooked it up for that one, which is crazy. Like insanely hooked it up. But like I feel like we haven't had like a stable like this like visual thing, you know what I'm saying? Where like we could like fucking just like continuously like say, okay, for this song I want this, and like without it fucking like being like, fuck, we can't even fucking afford this, you know? Like it's like fucking like I can't even eat tomorrow or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck, man. But
bro, videos get so expensive so fast, insane, more expensive than music. They
get fucking insane. Like sometimes I kind of I wish I could just do it myself. I mean, I could, but it's like,
damn, but it's hard.
It's just fucking hard, you know. I do want to be able just to focus on music. And just like get even better at that. You know,
it makes sense of the visuals where you kind of want to put the focus for the next stuff, because you're like I keep saying, but your music is so huge. And
thank you, man.
Yeah, of course, and it exists in so many different genres as well, where it's like I would imagine it would be kind of hard to pick just one way to promote it, where as if you have like the world you can build out through music videos. It's like you have so many different options, and you know, having the budget too, you can go wherever you want. And it's like the visual right now, I think, is so deserved for so much of music. Do you ever struggle like on a genre level being boxed in or stuff? Like, is it ever difficult for you when someone asks like, oh, what do you make? Like, what do you say? Because you make so much different shit.
I used to be like, oh, it's like indie rock, rap. But now I'm like, bro, I don't even know. Now I'm just like, bro, there is no genre. Like, I literally, I'm just like, whenever someone asks me, I'm just like, I don't know, but you just gotta listen to it. Like, I it's like, oh, it's like indie stuff, but like not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta like
indie with an asterisk.
You just gotta peep it, bro. Like, it's like, I don't know. Like, it's some different shit for sure.
But it all sounds like you, and I think that's like all that really matters at the end of the day. I don't think like I'm curious your opinion on this, but as somebody who makes so much different shit, do you feel like people are like fans of genres anymore? Because I feel like the majority of people
I don't think so anymore. I think, especially where like music's going today, bro, it's like, bro, everything you hear is blended with something else. You know what I'm saying? Everything is fucking like combined, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, I feel like if the music's like freaking good, bro, it's like,
it's good.
It's just good. Yeah. I think it's not like how it was back then, you know, where it's like, oh, it's like this is just rock. It's like nah, dude. It's like everyone's blending shit now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I feel like if the shit's good, you're good.
I also feel like it that changed a lot when people kind of stopped paying for music, at least on like a personal basis. I actually was just thinking, like, I was actually thinking about this the other day, because we always say like no one pays for music now, right? But that's actually like not true. Like, we always
I agree with that.
we always think that. I was listening to this Zane Lowe interview with Lil Yachty and James Blake, and James Blake was talking about how, like, we say that we don't pay for music, but we do. We all pay for streaming services, right?
Yeah.
We're just not paying on like a per song basis, and I think because of that, right? Like, that's why you have people who like are fans of every single genre now, which I don't think that existed as much when you're like, all right, like, I'm gonna go to the record store, like, I gotta figure out what I want to get. You know?
Yeah, dude, that's a great point because everything is so easily accessible now. Like you know, it's one button, it's one click away with from discovering a whole new thing you haven't listened to.
Yeah.
Versus like back in the day, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go buy this record, or I'm gonna take a chance on this record.
Yeah,
or something like that. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I'm gonna stay safe and be over here, and like maybe it's like stay in this rock section right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, yeah. That's definitely fucking true what you're saying, 100%.
What a weird concept! Like taking a risk on an album. You know, like
yeah.
I've never considered that.
Like imagine people back just like, dude, the album cover looks great. I'm just gonna buy it and then be like, oh, this is trash. I wasted fucking $10. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know.
I sometimes think about like how different would my music listening experience be, and like also how different would I be like as a creative and as a person if like if I was born in like say like the early 80s or something, right? Where like I had to pay for music, like I almost wonder like would I be as big of a music fan? Like I think I would, but like would my outlook be different? I think just like now, honestly, dude, like if one thing really really good came out of streaming, it's like allowing people to kind of realize like not only the history of music so vividly, but like to have so many examples of like how things come from other things and how every genre essentially is connected to some other genre, and it's all just kind of like this staircase of things collapsing on top of each other, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas like I don't think you could really really like understand that, at least to like a super super good degree, when you're paying for records, because it's like you're buying like, you know, if you buy like a rap record and there's like some element of like synth pop or something in it, right? You're not gonna be like for example, right, like I don't know if this is an influence, right, but let's just say like what's like a really psychedelic rapper. Say like Cudi, for example, right? Like say like, you know, you listen to like Man on the Moon 2 or whatever, and they're like, oh, I wonder what influenced this, and then like you read somewhere that it was like a Talk album, and you go back and you can buy the Talk album, and then it's like maybe then you're like, you want to figure out what Brian Eno was influenced by, and you gotta go back and figure out like you gotta buy that album. That's like a lot of money you're spending.
Yeah.
Whereas like when I was a kid, like I just learned all that shit from just deep diving on the internet, you know?
Yeah, man. No, I agree.
Do you feel like your music experience is really connected to the internet?
Yes. I feel like it all started on the internet for sure. Like, are you talking about just like for like the project, or are you talking about this in general?
Just in general.
Actually, no. Shit, my bad. No. I remember the first record I bought. It was Usher's Confessions.
Sick.
Yeah.
That one comes up on the podcast a lot more than you'd think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play that shit fucking every day. I feel like I know every fucking song from that song still to this day. And then I think the second one I got was Jay-Z's Black Album, but I got the acapella version, so it was red. So I remember when I got home, I played it. I was like, why the fuck is there no beats? So where the fuck's Rick Rubin at, bro? I was like, what the fuck's going on? It says Jay-Z. He's like, oh, yeah. Bro, what the fuck?
You hear like every inch of like the rasp in his voice. He's like,
yeah, he's like,
yeah.
He's like, this moment of clarity. I was like, bro,
that was a crazy good Jay-Z impression.
Yeah, man. I was like, dude. I was like, fuck. Now I wasted my fucking $13. I thought it was a special edition. I thought it was like the fucking deluxe because the album cover was red. Then I was like, and then my mom was like, shit, well,
just the acapella version.
It's like, we're back home now. You lost.
Dude, everybody's dropping the deluxe albums to farm streams now, but think about how they were doing it in the old days. Jay-Z just drops an acapella version and makes triple the money.
Bro, imagine how many people bought that album and like, dude, I got the fucking Black Album, bro. I go blast it in my car, and it's just Jay-Z fucking talking in your ear.
Yeah, bro. or like the commentary ones. Like, have you seen like the records where like they have like the commentary version of the album? So that's cool that you kind of grew up on you said Usher and Jay-Z. Those are two really cool influences.
Like Usher, Jay-Z. I remember we had the Clips album too, Lord Willin'.
Oh, hell yeah.
I remember we got that fucking album, and I remember my brother put it in the CD player in the backyard, and my mom heard it. And it was this one song where this girl was like cussing. It's like she's like I think it was a skit in the album where this girl was like fucking cussing crazy, like going super crazy. And my dad and my mom was like, call my dad. And she's like, Donald, go out there and crush that CD right now. Go crush it. And my dad came out. Me and my brother playing basketball. My dad came out. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, damn, man, like, this album's so fucking good.
That's so fucked, dude.
It's just, I don't know, it was fucking...
Character building moment.
Very character building moment, man. And, like, Yeah, man, I don't know. Those are those memories. I'm just like, damn, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I grew up on all that shit, man. I grew up like on like Jay-Z. I'm like very big on Jay-Z because my oldest brother would play like, he would drive around in his car. He'd be like, oh, I could play like Jay-Z, like 50.
Nice.
Like Kanye, Pharrell. Like those are all people. I feel like that, especially Kanye and like Pharrell, that definitely inspired my fucking like this musical just approach, like how I want to do things. Especially Kanye too. It's like his sound is very like, you know what I'm saying? Like his shit's fucking super big and like very like not very not boxed in. You know what I'm saying? It's very like he's a risk taker, I guess.
Dude, that's such like an interesting range of influences. Like like you said, like reggae stuff to like Pharrell to even like you pointed out like Kanye and like Jay-Z. That's what like an interesting range.
No,
that's
I have a lot of fucking people that influenced me to do shit. I think the last, like the person that like really put me on to like this like the whole like indie like chill wave genre is definitely Toro though.
Damn. Okay. Like
100%. I think my brother-in-law, we were driving back to his house and he's like, have you heard this song before? And he's like, he started playing Say That. And I was like, I think this is like back in like 2013 or something like that. And he's like, I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? And he's showing me the music video. It's just him in the forest, like. And I was like, dude, this is like so weird, but it's fucking good. Yeah. It's like some of the best music I ever fucking heard. Yeah. And then like I think from there, that's how I found like Washed Out and shit. And then like, yeah, man, I feel like I have a really large range of musical influences, and I have my family to thank for that for sure, because I feel like we're always listening to something different all the fucking time. So
with the new record, you say you're trying to focus on singing a lot more. Yeah. Are there many artists, as you've kind of like tried to become a better singer, that have been helpful in that regard a lot?
I think finding melodies wise, you're talking about this like has really strong. Honestly, I'm gonna go like the Toro again. I think Cudi has very strong melodies. I fuck with Cudi a lot, especially his older shit. I'm not as much of a big fan of his new shit.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
But I love his old shit. Whenever I want some vocal melody shit, I'm trying to think of like, Umo, bro. Unknown Mortal Orchestra has some of the most unique
Unknown Mortal Orchestra is fire, dude.
The most unique fucking like just. Like you never know where his chords are gonna go. Yeah. Like you know how like in a typical like song, like you know where the chords are gonna go. It's like predictable. But I feel like for Umo, like when you hear his shit, like he's like, it's like you just don't know where it's gonna fucking go.
It's so bouncy. Like it moves so much.
Yeah, his fucking shit is insane, bro. His melody shit. Like I feel like his sound, his overall sound, and like for him to like sing that way while playing such intricate fucking this like finger melodies. It's fucking it's like I don't know, it's insane. I think McGee's doing that now too, but
yeah, bro. I'm seeing him in October.
Yeah, that's gonna be tight.
So excited.
That's gonna be fucking tight, bro.
That's somebody this year I have not been able to turn off.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he has. I think he's.
Bro is a chokehold on Los Angeles right now.
Bro literally has fucking. Bro literally has Los Angeles.
Yeah, bro. He is like the equivalent. Like I was saying, like how you know you're in like an LA house or like an LA house party is when like they're playing McGee and they have the Rick Rubin book on the coffee table.
Yeah, the circle one.
Yeah, bro. Like that's how you know you're in Los Angeles.
Yeah, no, for real, man. You're in fucking Silver Lake or some shit.
Yeah. That is like Silver Lake to a T, bro. Like Rick Rubin book plus Alesis by McGee.
Yeah, Alesis by McGee.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
So as you kind of move into the new album, I want to ask you a bit more about like kind of when you feel like you found your sound. When do you think was the biggest, like what do you think was the biggest turning point in your career so far? When do you think you kind of got like, whether it was like one moment or a big lesson or like one song or something you realized, like what do you think was the biggest turning point for you so far?
I think the moment when I actually got locked in, found the sound, was probably after Dolores. I think. Even though like that's our biggest song, but it's like I think that's when our sound got locked in of like, dude, that song's fucking, if you listen to that song, like we have like fucking guitars reversed to sound like a fucking siren on the chorus.
What?
It's just like we're just like, I think we were like experimenting a bunch of shit in that song. Like if you like listen to it, it's fucking insane. It's like a bunch of just different textures in that song that are fucking crazy. And I feel like that I feel like that song kind of like made us not afraid to like fucking like oh shit, well we're just gonna do what the fuck we're feeling.
Yeah.
And like this like kind of make like how we're feeling in the moment, and this fucking like if someone doesn't fuck with this, whatever. But it's like I think that definitely that song was a major turning point, and like how like our confidence grew, and like what like we knew we were capable of, and like what we knew like we can do and get better at in the future. And
yeah.
Like, you know, like we're just not afraid to like test new waters and shit like that, you know.
That's so key, dude. Like not only learning how to do the thing, but learning that you're capable of doing it again.
Yeah, man.
That's huge.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. It's like you hear your shit and like, bro, we did that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you know you can fucking do that shit again. You know what I'm saying? Like it's right there. It's literally proof, and that's living proof forever. It's out there forever.
Yeah, it just exists. Yeah. So there's a rapper from the Bay Area that I'm a huge fan of named Lou, and he has this lyric I think about a lot, and he says. He said, I remember when I found out I was the person who I thought I was. And that is so powerful, I think. Because it is true, right? It's like you can spend all this time creating. You can spend all this time throwing shit into the void, throwing shit into the ether, whatever. But, like, until you make something that you would listen to or you'd be a fan of, you never know if, like, you're the guy. You know? It's such a weird concept.
Yeah, man. It's funny, man. I always feel like when you have a song that isn't released and you're just playing it so many times, like I could like have a song that I haven't put out and like I play it fucking 1,000 times, like this, like back to back to back, which is the best song fucking ever. And then when I drop it, it's like, okay, like I'm not listening to it ever again or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or at least for a long time. And I'm just like, it's so weird how that happens. I'm not sure if that happens to anyone else. I'm pretty sure maybe it does. I don't know.
Yeah.
But when you actually put it out for like people to like see or like public consumption, it's like not your baby anymore. It's kind of like the world's
interesting.
Baby. Yeah.
Oh, damn. After an hour.
Is that true? Is that true, Jake?
Damn, Jake.
Jake, nod. Go ahead, nod. There, he nodded.
Yeah. I was gonna point that out. Jake was literally sitting on there for an hour. That was nuts.
That's fucking nuts.
That's crazy. But I feel that for sure. That's a really interesting concept, like it not being yours anymore. Because that actually, I heard James Blake talk about this one time too, where he was talking about how like you kind of hold this intimate moment between just yourself and something you make for a very, very long time. And he was talking about how he kind of dreads release days because it's like you're kind of allowing other people into your world.
Yeah, no, for real. It's like it's kind of like it's out now. It's like kind of like
the secret's out.
The secret's out. Yeah, but then like when you have it in your phone, I'll be in my bed fucking playing that shit on headphones, rewinding that shit back, like showing a few friends, and then like a month later or a few months later it comes out, and then that like release day you're just like fuck it's coming out, and when it drops like you don't play it again, or maybe you play it again but like you don't play it like how you used to play it.
Whoa, you know? Wow, that's a crazy thought.
I mean that's just I don't think that's just me. I think people will probably get that too. But
do you think that's because like a part of it dies almost because it's like it's no longer just yours? You're almost like giving people a gift. Like you're almost like saying like here's this part of me. It's now yours. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's true 100%.
And I think like that is it's weird. People always talk about musicians or like not musicians, but I guess just the act of making music being kind of a selfish thing in a way. And I see the perspective for sure, but I also see the perspective that like honestly, bro, like there's something very, very, very selfless about like taking a very, very special and intimate part of yourself and allowing somebody else in. Yeah. You know, that's like a very, very scary and vulnerable place to be.
That's just trippy, man. It's pretty scary. Because, like, dude, it's like all the time. It's like, bro, I know this song's fucking amazing. And then when you put it out, it's just kind of like, damn, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know it's fucking fire, bro.
It's like your,
Sorry.
It's kind of like submitting to the, like the, that's what it is, actually. I've never thought about that, but it's kind of like submitting it to the Court of Appeals. It's kind of like submitting it to the Court of the People, you know? It's like, it's like, for a while, only you could judge it.
Only you could judge, yeah.
And then you get to a place,
nuts. Yeah,
you know? Isn't that a weird thought?
That's a good thought.
And then you get to a place where it's like not just yours anymore. You're sharing it. And for that reason, it feels selfless. And it's hard to pinpoint, like, what is the goal of it all, right? But I think that's definitely a good place to start. It's like getting to a place where you can somehow make something that you care about enough that other people can care as well.
Agreed.
Or like allowing people in enough to where like they can get something out of what you're creating, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. 100%.
It's a selfless journey, but it's beautiful.
It's a selfless, you just gotta let yourself go.
Yes, sir. Last thing I think I want to ask you.
What's up, bro?
If you had one message that you could spread through your music, like once James Mantis was done and, you're not making music anymore, what would you want that message to be? The one thing that people take from your music?
I think, like, I like when people hear my music, it's a perfect depiction of like how my personality is. It's a perfect depiction of like how I act and just like how I maneuver this fucking fucked up world.
It really is. It really is.
And
some people are not like that. Like some people's music, they make it and it's like, oh, I would never would have thought you made this. I totally get how you make your music.
Yeah,
like it feels so you.
Like it's going fucking dumb happy, bro. Going happy, and just like, I'm just happy just to fucking be alive and doing this shit, and like, honestly, I want when I'm all said and done, and shit like that, I want people to be left with this like, yo, it's like when you hear it, it puts a fucking smile on your face, bro. That's literally like the ultimate thing. I like putting a smile on people's faces. I like making people feel good.
Yeah.
I like making people, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like music is a great way for me to do that without personally meeting someone or like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like me being like, oh, here you guys go. This is me. This is the part of me. How's that song called?
I don't know what it's called.
That's your
This is
Who is that
part
again, bro?
of me.
That sounds like fucking Katy Perry.
It's gotta be. It just sounds like a Katy Perry ass song.
Yeah, no, but for real.
Do you think that part of you that is like that? Because you have just incredible energy, bro. Does that part of you that is like that happy, just outgoing person, is that something that has always existed, or did you have to work on that and find that?
I feel like it's always been me. Obviously there is times when I'm like fucking tired and I'm just like kind of like don't have the social battery to be like, you know what I'm saying?
But even today, like you just got off work hella late and you're still here fucking happy and excited.
Man. I'm happy to be doing this, bro. It's just fucking tight.
Hell
and you
yeah.
ask insanely good questions.
Thank you, bro.
Fucking,
thank you so much.
That's really fucking great. That's a good thing to have.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
I love everything's like been like well thought out and just like, like it's a good question. Like it's like, oh shit, I gotta think about this for a little bit.
Thank you, bro. That's very sweet. Thank you, man.
But yeah,
I appreciate
man,
you.
I just want people to feel happy, when they're hearing this shit.
Fuck yeah.
I want people to be driving around, fucking having a bad day, put this shit on like, yeah, bro, well, watch me turn into a 12-foot motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yeah, fuck this shit, man. I'm me. Like,
fuck
I'm
yeah,
happy, bro.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah,
Mr. James Mantis. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man, of course. Thanks for having me, man.
This is a fun one.
Yes.
I also got to point out that literally Jake only fell off one time.
One time. Insane balance, even though he slanted a little bit.
I think it's true. Not only in Adventure Time, but also in real life, bro has the sticky feet.
No. Yeah, dead ass.
Jake is such a cool fucking character, bro.
Bro, that show...
Pendleton Ward's a genius.
They're making a movie, or I think it's coming back. Yeah, they said regular show's coming back too, and then
I did not hear about that, bro.
Yeah, I think for
I would have much rather received that news than like Biden got COVID or Trump got shot. Like
no, fuck.
What? Like don't tell me that shit. Tell me that Adventure Time's coming back.
Yeah, I saw on TikTok. TikTok is the best thing for you. I've heard.
It's good for your brain.
It's good for your brain.
It's prescribed by 9 out of 10 doctors.
Yeah, man. But yeah, TikTok's fucking hilarious.
It's the new Prozac.
Yeah. No, TikTok's fucking comedy, bro. I think I saw it on TikTok and then I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, X, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Twitter. I'm gonna call it Twitter.
No, yeah, I'm never gonna call it X.
To the day I'm deceased, I'm calling it Twitter.
Mr. James Mantis got an album on the way.
Album on the way.
Show at Make Out Music soon. Promote it. Tell me they can find you.
Yeah, next week, Showtime, July 27th. Be there. It's gonna be fucking insane. It's gonna be fun. I want a stage dive of the show, so I need people there.
Oh, dude!
Or else I'm gonna hit the ground.
Have you ever done it?
No. I did the Echo one.
Sick.
But I never jumped. There's people there, but I never jumped off.
It's exhilarating.
I need to do it.
Yeah, you got to.
Where you can find me at everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, Twitter. Wow, James Mantis. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, Mr. Mames. Cheers.
Cheers.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
Music matters. I can't reach it.
Ah!